Okay, we are live. Beautiful. I don't know why my mic feels like it's not in the right place, but I think it's fine. Okay, so let me pop out the chat. We are going to be working on the autobrewer today. I thought that it was fixed. I thought it was complete, but then it broke, and I want to spend a little bit of time, see if I can figure out why, and see if I can fix it, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not sure what broke it, but it broke. Congrats to Evan for getting first. How's everyone doing today? Okay, so basically here's what happened. On regen 2 splash, it gave two of the same ingredient. Why it did that is the question. Okay, so we're on there. Why would it have done that? Did it briefly run out of some material? Okay, here's my theory. Okay, I think this is what happened. I think I may have figured it out, like, very quickly, because I'm literally the smartest man on earth. That's not true at all, but shut up. Don't take this away from me. I don't know for sure that this is the case, but here is what I'm thinking happened. I am thinking what happened is that this ran out of bottles, which then turned this off. It ran out of bottles for like 1 second, which turned this guy off and then back on, which is long enough to send another pulse, which would then send items. That's my guess. Did you build that? Well, I built it in creative. We love making drugs. True. What's up, Tortoise Goldfish? How are you? Let's see if that actually worked. Did that send another set of items? Turning that off would then turn this guy on, and then if we turn it back on, it's gonna... Oh no, that's not gonna send a second set of items. It's just gonna send the item to there. Wait, why is that the way it is? So it's gonna move the item to here, which is basically gonna say, which is then going to wait until this guy, or which then would push it back. Interesting. That's useless. Why use autobrewers if you can use mob farms? Good point. I've recently built your gold farm in my survival world. Works wonders. Oh, sick. Glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so when the machine runs out of ingredients, it locks this guy, which then is gonna unlock this guy. So if I think this is gonna send it again, right? After this goes off, I think it's gonna send again. Oh no, because this item is in here. So that doesn't send another round of items yet. Why did that not pulse? Why did that not cause this guy to go, is my question. How is the item staying in here? Hello? Why is the item staying in this one? That doesn't make any sense, does it? This is getting pulsed. Is it not? So what is causing it to get sent back? Oh, that's what's causing it to get sent back? When it gets sent here, this guy turns off, which turns this guy on and sends it back immediately. Okay, so the problem, so this wire I don't think is the problem. Ooh, up dashing the pum. It's a good question. Dash, I think your redstone says 0. It needs signal. Oh, you're a genius. I wish I could recreate the issue, but the problem is that it's going to be most likely impossible to recreate the issue. So on signal 8, somehow we got ahead, though, I think is the problem. Because this guy should be on like signal 2, I want to say, when this is like this. Let's see. Okay, wait, all right, just remember. So I have this on stream so I can check. So what I think maybe is the problem. Put this back, right? And then if we take these items out of here, I'm pretty sure the machine is off, so it's not going to drop any. Oh no, it's on. So it should drop more items into here in just a moment. Once this timer runs out, should drop some more items into here, which is gonna, there we go. Okay, so we're on 8 now. So if I tick sprint 60 seconds, that's gonna do, oh, take those out of here. Oh, actually we might have a problem here. Hold on, let me turn this off. Can you look at my previous message? No, you can just send it again. This dashbot is fire. Thank you. I agree, I like dashbot. Let me go ahead and just turn my gamma to max so that we can see things. Okay, so what we want to do is let's tick sprint. Okay, these are empty. Okay, so this is what it would look like when you reset it, right? You have 9 here, and you're gonna have this guy in here, and then this guy is in there. Okay, that's reset. So then if I were to turn this machine on, it's gonna put some items into here. Let's just tick sprint 5 seconds. There we go. Put some items into here, right? That's perfect. That's what we want. And then if I were to tick sprint 60 seconds, I guess it's actually probably 80 seconds. So we have our first set of potions, and then our second set of potions is brewing when there's 7. So second equals 7. So third is going to equal 6. And then if I tick sprint 80 seconds, fourth set of potions is going to equal 5. And then we have our, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th set of potions. 5th equals 4. And then we tick sprint again. This is my first stream. Oh, Dub, welcome to the stream. We're all nice here, I think. Most of us, at least. Okay, so then the 6th set of potions is going to be... Oops, that's 7th. 6th set of potions equals 3. Seventh set of potions equals 2, presumably. 8th set of potions equals 1. So this is our 7th set of potions. Then we're currently on our 8th set of potions, which is 1 signal strength. And then if we tick sprint... Oh, actually, I'm gonna just watch this happen. I'm even gonna have replay on. What's up, Jitter? How's it going? Okay, we're tick sprint 20 seconds because I am impatient. Okay, so when this guy finishes, this is our 8th set of potions, right? This is our 8th set of potions. It's our 8th set is on signal strength 1 here. When this guy finishes, it's gonna drain. This guy's gonna go back to 9, but it pushes out. And then if we tick sprint 20, 40, 60. So our second was 7, which is interesting. Because 9 is our 9th batch. Which means, oh yeah, that actually tracks. Our first batch would be equal to signal strength 8. So that's fine. But the question becomes, so then the question is, why did it break? I have no idea. We're nice if you're nice. I'm pretty sure Rock has yelled at people breaking the rules before with words I don't want to repeat. True. Okay, so... Did it already reach? Oh, it did. Okay. All right. So then, yeah, our first batch is 8. So that, okay. So our first batch is 8. Our second batch is 7. Our third batch is 6, and so on. So then in that case, what the hell happened that broke it? My theory at the time was that maybe, is this being powered somehow that it could stop being enabled or something? My theory was these items got removed. Is it that if this piston pushed out at the exact same time as this piston pushed out due to running out of materials, you could have issues, maybe? How do you mention people in comments? You just type at, I think. What's up, Sam? Is that what happened? But would that even have 2 items get produced? So it was on the last cycle when we got 2 items. The only way that you can have a second set of items get dispensed... The only way you can have a second set of items get dispensed... There are a few ways, actually, to be fair. But this is one of them, and then this is the other one. There are 2 ways. And so... this guy is in this state. I kind of forget what the brown line does. It does something, though. The brown line, I'm pretty sure... Oh, yeah, the brown line gets triggered as soon as brewing starts. So that the brown line gets triggered. As soon as brewing starts, brown line gets triggered, which sends the item to here. This makes it so that if you spam the lever, it won't send more items. As soon as brewing is done, this item gets sent back to here so that you can then spam the lever, or so that you can then hit the lever and start the machine again. So the question, so is it, okay, so it could be the brown line, it could be, or it could be the blue line, or the pink line. My wonder, or my question is it possible that this guy... Okay, yeah, so I think it is possible. I think my theory, what happened is that when the white line, when we run out of materials, right? My theory on what happened, when you run out of materials, it pushes this guy, which then in turn swaps these items to restart the machine. However, if in the rare situation where, or however, if this block is sitting in this block, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. That's gonna break something, probably. That probably broke something, me placing that there. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Because if it was powered on this side, then it would be fine. But I don't know if it was powered. I think it probably wasn't. But I don't know. It looks like it's okay. Okay, so my thinking is if this guy is sitting here and then you could double fire this line, but that wouldn't cause any issues if the line double fires. If you fired this line 1,000,000 times, it shouldn't cause any issues because it's just pushing. We're on our 4th batch, so signal strength 5. How's it going, Challenger, by the way? What? Let's see. This is confusing. Does Teriyaki still come to the stream? Teriyaki actually just yesterday kind of like resigned due to personal stuff. Not like resigned, but he just kind of can't come to stream due to personal stuff, so. Rest in peace, Teriyaki. Wish him well. We're now down 2 mods. I guess I can be the new Challenger. When's the last time you were here? Before today? It broke while brewing these potions. So is maybe what happened that we ran out of ingredients. We ran out of ingredients like immediately after immediately after the items got dispensed into the line, there was one item left, so it then triggered the system to fault. It triggered the system to stop, but the items were already in there. The items were already in there, and then when another item made its way into the system, it then restarted the machine, which pushed this block back, sending the I think that's what happened. Let's see if we can simulate that. Let's see if we can simulate that. That is a very niche situation, and I think I know how I could fix it, fortunately. I do think I know how I can fix that situation from arising. Wait, do I? No. Ooh, that's a tricky situation. How do you fix that? I think maybe the fault would have to kick in after the current brewing cycle is finished. I don't know. I know it's the auto brewer, but what does this do? It's a very smart auto brewer that like is very, very difficult to break. I was able to break it after like literally running it for like 1,000 hours, and it broke. But like it does not break very often. But I'm trying to make it. I gotta fix whatever broke it, you know. Okay, so here's my theory as to what happened. Let's turn this guy off. Actually, let's turn this guy back on. We're gonna let it finish brewing, or we're gonna let it get one more brew in it until this guy. So we're gonna tick sprint 10 seconds, tick sprint 20 seconds. Okay, and now we turn off the machine. Oh, interesting. Wait. The 9th slot is at a signal strength of 1 right now. I thought the 8th slot was at 1. Oh, well, no, that's just because it hasn't triggered yet. The 9th slot should be at 9. We're going to turn that on. Okay, there we go. So what's going to happen? What I think is the problem is now, let's take... Which items are we brewing right now? Let's remove all of the gas tiers from here. if I have all of them out of here, if I have all of the gas tiers out of here, right? That will trigger a fault, which is going to tell the machine that it should stop brewing, or that it should, that it shouldn't start the next batch. But then if we add another item to here, if we add a gas tier back to here, it's going to turn that off, which is going to trigger this, which is going to send that, pushing this back before it's ready to be pushed back, sending what I believe to be a second batch of items. I think I actually did it too late in that situation, but I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. I don't know for sure. Let's try again. Let's try to replicate this. Okay, so that should be 2. Oh no, we just found a different bug, I think. Huh. I'm pretty sure I just found a different issue. I don't know if that issue would ever really arise in a real situation. I suppose it could. I suppose what would happen is, in a situation where you... Actually, that's why it didn't go off. Never mind. It didn't go off because it triggered the fault again. But didn't it? Oh no, I guess it finished brewing whatever it just had. So I'm just gonna put gas tiers in here. Okay, and that should restart the system, right? If I were to tick sprint 20, okay, that restarted the system. And 2 and 7 does, the second round of potions is 7 signal strength. Okay, so that's working fine. That's working as intended. Okay, so what we're trying to do is when the block is here, remove an item and then put an item back, and that's gonna break it, presumably. Senor, get Dash to make a vid about the spear enchants like I said 2 minutes ago. The spear enchants? I've already made videos about that. Okay, so this is here. So then if I take these out of here, it's gonna lock the system. And then if I put them back, it's gonna restart the system. which is going to add another set of items into the hopper, I think. Yep, there we go. It just added. Okay, so I think that that's the problem. I think that I just found the problem. Now we need to figure out how to solve it. So okay, so the problem lies in these guys resetting the system. Because what I imagine can happen is what I imagine could happen. And I don't actually know how this would happen though. But what I would think happens is I forget, where are my gas tiers? What I would think happens is you have nothing in here, right? Or you have one item in here. Is that gonna cause it to dispense again? No. What you have one item in here and it gets but you have one item also in here, and then so it gets removed and then replaced. But I don't know how that would happen. I don't know how it wouldn't be in the same thing, you know? It takes 20 seconds to brew. Like, I don't know how you would ever have a situation where this gas tier, I feel like the only thing I can imagine breaking it is if you added items at just the wrong time, when there's only one singular item in here, and then you add items at the exact right time that this guy gets removed and then it goes back. But that is like I don't see that realistically ever happening. So I don't know exactly how that would work. Mace is greater than spear. Like, you could make a theoretical argument that the spear is better, but in terms of convenience, in real PvP scenario, the mace is so much better. The spear is so much easier to get though, man. I don't know, man. It could be a Mojang problem and not a Dash problem. I don't think that's the case. I think that it is a problem of some very edge case happened. Like, an edge case that I did not account for happened. Like the one that I just demonstrated. Because I just found an edge case that can cause it to break. But I feel like that's not it. I feel like that can't be it, because... Oh, you know what I could check? Oh, did I refill? I can't remember. I may have refilled... Is this all going correctly? So it has to be one of these 4 ingredients that failed, or that caused it, I think. Because I don't think there are any other cases where you could double output items. Maybe there are, though. Maybe there is another case where you could have 2 sets of items put out. Wait, I thought 9th is supposed to correspond to the 9th. I found out that Windows search takes up 150 megabytes of RAM to make search slightly faster. That is not great. Yeah, realistically, this should be on... It should be on 9, but I think the reason it's on 8 is because it double fired. How do we prevent that double firing, I suppose, is the question. How do I prevent it from double firing? I think we might need to make it so that if this system is on, this is telling it that it's currently brewing. So if it's currently brewing, that means that you shouldn't be able to send another one, right? Is that how that works? So if it's currently brewing, we could retract this block, maybe? And that might make it impossible to double fire? Maybe? Maybe? Oh, that would actually be opposite, right? This would mean that it can only double fire during that. So this would be like this when potion is brewing. When potion is brewing, it can't double fire. Or when potion is brewing, this guy can't send these back and forth. That comparator clock is cooked. What one? This one? This is actually a very smart design, not by me. What was your inspirations to suddenly start working on this again? I just realized that I thought I finished it about like 2 weeks ago, and I just got distracted and never actually released a video about it. And I want to release a video about it so that I want to release a video about it because, I don't know, because I want to have a video about it, I guess. I don't know. I want to take credit for my work before, because I already released the world download, although to be fair, it is broken now that I'm learning that it's broken. And I want to be able to have a good working design and make a second channel video about it. I put these here for testing purposes. They would not stay here in the actual thing. I would use the kill command, but I worry that there's going to be some item elsewhere that dies from it, so. Night Challenger. Ha ha ha. Ha. Okay. Let's see if I can get it to double fire now. I would assume, or well, I think it shouldn't be possible to get it to double fire now. So let's go ahead and reset this whole machine. Reset like that. Oh, well, you know what's gonna happen? As soon as I take these items out, these ones are gonna get put into this chest. Is it off? No, it's on right now. I should turn that off. Why are they staying in here? Oh, it's just because delay. Okay. I was just being impatient, chat. Okay, so this is off. This is back to off, which means that right now, if this was in this position, if this redstone block was on the left side, this would be able to reset. But if you are mid brew and a potion ingredient comes in, it will no longer be doable. I think. I don't know. This is quite a difficult farm to design due to its massive complexity. I feel like realistically, even after I test this for 100,000 hours, there might be some edge case where if you flip the lever and then instantly log out, it breaks, and like it's like gonna be impossible for me to account for stuff like that. It is despite the enormous complexity of this build, it's actually very easy to reset. All you do, listen, Chad, this is all you do. You break this, you break this, put it back. You put this back. You make sure the redstone block is here. You take the item from here and you put it into here, and then you take the items out of here, and you take the items out of this, and then it's reset. I feel like that just happens for every redstone machine. Yes. So the reason that okay, so here's the thing. The reason that I do want it to be very, very resistant to breaking is because realistically, if you build this insane, massive machine, I think it's reasonable that you would expect it to never break. I think it is reasonable that you would expect it to work perfectly all the time because you put so much effort into it. It's like when you buy, it's like if you buy an expensive piece of technology or something and it doesn't work, and you're like, dude, I spent so much money on this. I had that happen with this mic, except I learned due to it. By the way, guys, did you know I can do ASMR? Listen. Anyways, with this mic, right, I discovered that it wasn't actually the cause of the mic, and it was caused by Premiere. But when I got this mic because I got this microphone, and I set it up, and then it still is not sounding right, and I was pissed because I'm like, this microphone was $500. Insane price for a microphone, but it is my job and I can write it off as a business expense because I use it literally all the time. So like, it's cool, but it is an expensive thing, and so I expected to work good, and then it like wasn't working good. It turned out it wasn't the microphone's fault, but like it pissed me off, and you get the point. If you build all of this, I think it is reasonable that you would expect it to work correctly, and so that's why I desperately want this to work correctly. I very, very badly want to make sure this farm is very, very strong and sturdy and will not break if you log out, won't break if you spam the levers. The easy stuff, it will definitely not break for already, but I want to make sure that it won't break, in other ways. If it breaks easily, that would suck. This is why I use my cheap headset mic. Yeah, but listen to how good my mic sounds. It's not ASMR, dude. That was ASMR. As a avid ASMR listener, that's the kind of ASMR that I like. I like microphone scratching is really nice. What is that glass texture? It's just clear. It's just see-through glass. I like see-through glass. With regular glass, it's kind of weird. I do kind of wish that I had something for regular glass. But with tinted glass and with stained glass, I like it just being clear. Okay, let's see if I can get this edge case. Let's see if we can edge, chat. All right. Who said that? That was not me. All right. Tick, sprint, 80 seconds. All right. That's our first brew down. We're now brewing our second round. Second round is 7. third round. We're on our third round. That's 6. And it should set to 5. There we go. Fourth round is 5. Fifth round is going to be 4. What do you think about the new drop? So far, the flower is the only thing I care about. I don't care about the baby mobs. You know what? And the rabbit. The rabbit retexture is decent. I do think that I think it has a lot of flaws still, but I think it's better than it used to be. And some of the rabbit animations are really, really cute. Okay, so we're on 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on the 6th one, so 6 is 3. 7 is 2. 7 is 2. And then this will be, as soon as this finishes, it will be 8 is 1. Yeah, this is 7. These 3 is the 7th brew. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, like this is the first set of 3 potions. This is the second set. This is the third, and I'm looking at the redstone signal strength. So the 8th brew should be 1, and then bam, 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 and then the 9th brew will be 9, and that's where I turn off the machine. Or no, yeah, you know what, I don't know if that's actually... Okay, so turn off the machine right here. This guy is pulled out because it's currently brewing. So that's working as I want it to. It's currently brewing, so this guy is pulled back, which means that if we were to mid brew, take a potion ingredient out of here, and we spam that would ordinarily, be resetting this a bunch of times, but that's not going to do anything because this is here, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Oh, but it's not. Oh, that causes another issue. But that then means that if you refill the brewer while it's brewing a potion, it won't work. Oh God. Oh goodness. How do we solve this issue? We have it spam. No, I don't know. Maybe we could literally have it spam. What part of fixing are we doing? Trying to get it to not break. I don't really know exactly how to explain that. Dash, I feel like some of your logic for fixing is interesting, to say the least. It would be like if they designed iPads so you couldn't intentionally break them over your knee. Like, just don't use them that way. Well, that's true, but this time it literally just broke. This time it literally just broke while I was just running the farm, not messing with it at all. But that is true. Some things, like obviously it is breakable in that you could break it, you know? That dude, when I made my, if you saw my short on the infinite totem factory thing, if you saw my short on that, the goal of it is to be like relatively difficult to break. and I got a number of comments from people being like, you idiot, what if I blow it up with my TNT? And it's like, well, okay, that's not what I'm trying to fix here. Like, that's not one of the things that I can account for, because what am I supposed to do? Put everyone in adventure mode? Sheep fricker when? That's a good question. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, so this is back. And so... But then... Wait. Oh, God. I'm just thinking, what if I also moved this so that when it turns back on, it sends a pulse, which would push it out. No, would that be excessive? Oh yeah, spamming it would cause issues, I think. Oh God. Carve's design was really bad. It kind of pissed me off when I first saw it. Yeah, dude, that's why I made the video, because I was like, bro, he literally like got rid of all of the aura from the design. Like, that's the whole thing, is that it looks awesome. Like, that's why, that's like more than it keeping you alive forever. It's really cool to watch all the totems spin. Oh yeah, just drop them from above and make it look ugly. Bless me with editing powers. Good luck, Senor Fishy. You're blessed. So if you spammed it, the problem is that then, oh no, if you spammed it, it might be fine. It might be fine actually if you spammed it when this line is off, it would be spamming. It would just be spamming pulses, right? And that would be fine because this, or would that be fine? I can't figure it out. When this is off, when the white line is off, that means that there are enough materials in the design, right? And that means that you spam this. If you spam this, no, but if you spam this, then this would be spamming like most of the time. And that would also mean that this line would do nothing. That's why I'm wondering if every time that this guy finishes, it sent a pulse. But that might be an issue because if the brewing happens, is that possible that this guy gets pushed at the exact same time as this guy? That's sort of my what I'm curious about. Why not make a different one? A different autobrewer? Well, this design is really good in theory. That's why. Is the system off right now? Okay, it is. Turn that back on. This system is fine. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in the shulker box. This is currently pushed over. Okay, so this is accounting for the edge case where the machine runs out of materials. So the machine runs out of materials, and this is a very specific situation that we're accounting for. So basically, redstone block is here, right? Redstone block's on the left side. Machine runs out, and it's still brewing. Redstone block is sitting right here. Machine is brewing. While normally, if you and then machine runs out of materials, which sends this signal, which then machine runs out of materials, which does nothing. Then it gets refilled with materials, which sends the signal pushing this block over before it's ready because it's still brewing. So this line here makes it so that while the machine is brewing, if the farm is refilled with materials, it won't do anything. But then you have the problem of if you refill the materials while the farm is brewing, the system won't restart itself. But this piston right here should hopefully restart the system after each time that the brewer finishes a cycle. It's going to try to push, and that might be a problem, but I don't know if it will. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna start the machine and see if it's a problem. So this is pulled back. This is pulled back. And so we're brewing the first thing. And so that pushes it back. And I forget what this one is down for. Oh, this one is down as long as any slice is selected, right? Yeah, as long as a slice is selected, this is down. And so that's going to be down most of the time. Let's see if I can capture this. You ever gonna do my suggestion? Oh, it's still in my notes. I should though. I should. With a substantial number of like snapshots and stuff coming out, I've been making a lot of videos about them and like Hightail. But I do still like that idea. Okay, so this guy is very close to going off. very shortly, this will power, which will then turn this off. Okay, there we go. It's turned off. And now those two torches are off, which then sends this signal, which then is going to push the piston out. But pushing the piston out doesn't do anything, and it's going to then retract. And what we need to see is, will it push the piston out when... Will it push the piston out at the same exact time? I'm trying to see the timings. So, well, for these first few, for all of them except for one, it doesn't matter. I like this song. Let me add this to the playlist. Currently getting every item in survival. Any item to be particularly weary of? I don't think so. I don't think anything has been that difficult to get. It's mainly just like tedious because there are so many items in Minecraft. Okay, we should have this guy getting pushed very soon. My hope is this guy pushes first and then this guy pushes after. Okay. I think that might be fine. I think that might work fine. I don't know though. How do you stick to a world? Listen, man, I haven't even played my survival world in like a hot minute, but my general advice is just find things that you like to do, and also just you don't need to feel pressured to stick to a world. Like, sticking to a world is nice and all, but I think when I get bored of my world, I go and I like design a farm or something. Like, I do something else that I also enjoy doing, and then it makes me, when I come back, it's more fun to like come back, you know? Okay, so that just finished brewing, and that pushes back. And then it pulls out. Okay, so I do believe then that it looks like we're working. It looks like everything's working fine, which is good. Let's go ahead and test that theory that everything is working fine by just tick sprint 100 days. Log TPS. We're getting potions still. Looks like it's working well to me. Okay, so then now let's check if we fixed that edge case. Let's check if we fixed that edge case that I was talking about. Are the potions on their way, or did something break? Did I turn the machine off? Oh, we're out of materials. Oh, the edge case is upon us. I should turn no block sounds on so that I can hear when because the system makes a noise. Oh, it's like so quiet I don't even hear it at all. Currently going through spotty service, but every time I reload the page, I seem to instantly send my question. Oh, instantly answer my question. Huh. Okay, so... So this is on 1 currently, which means that there is... Oh, yeah, it's... Okay, so... This is going to be really hard to check if it's working right. So let's go ahead and tick freeze. I'm going to put a stack of those guys in there. And then... So right now this guy's on. When I do that, it should... turn off, which is then going to... This guy's currently off because it's not brewing, which means that this is out, which means that when this guy turns off, it should retract this piston, which will send a pulse, which will restart the system because there are now potions, there are now ingredients in there. Oh, interesting. Wait, but the block is in the wrong spot. So that won't actually restart the system, will it? Oh, but is the system off? No, the system's on. What's up, new kiddo? It's autobrewer, so let it auto fix. Ah, I didn't think of that. I wish this was as easy as ice boat racing. Ice boat racing is probably the easiest thing in the world. I bet if you gave me like half an hour, I'd be better than new kiddo at ice boat racing. But unfortunately, this is real man's Minecraft. And, you know, not everything's as easy to fix as simple wall tap or, you know, ice boat into the parking lot. Facts. The rage bait was unsuccessful. Unfortunately, I can't just ice boat on top of some chickens in order to make this thing work. Pros are grateful every day for Dash Pump for delaying their inevitable demise. True. True. Okay, so wait, am I tick frozen right now? I am tick frozen. Okay, so I want the skibbity. Why is it this normally would reset, but why is it not gonna reset? Before the 9th one? We ran out of items before the 9th item, before the 9th brew. So basically, if I tick unfreeze by a few more frames, this is gonna send a signal that's not gonna do anything, unfortunately. And is there... Oh, is this guy changing? Oh, this guy's gonna reset it. Okay, I'm see, when you have, tragically, when you have a farm that is as enormous, or a design or machine, whatever, that's as enormous as this, it can be difficult to just like understand what the hell is going on. And so like sometimes I think it's broken when it's like perfectly fine. So that just sent a new, I just heard it do a little ding, which means that we're I'm pretty sure that's this block, yeah, and that's sending the next batch of items. So I think we might be good. I have to do more testing, but maybe they're making the update boring so people lock in on finals. Finals? It's not final season right now, is it? Isn't it like midterm season, if anything? Wait, I'm confused. This guy got powered, which I thought would have sent, sent some items. Did it just get powered? If this guy's powered off, is this a sticky piston or a regular piston? This is just a regular piston. So if this guy gets powered off, that sends this observer, which pushes this out, which then updates this block, which pushes it up, and then that turns this off, which turns this on, which turns this on, which pushes this up. And then only when this guy is done brewing does it power this, or yeah, when this guy's done brewing, this powers on, which turns this on, which then pushes this up again. But how does this get pushed down? Oh, this gets pushed down when this is on to stop you from spamming, I'm pretty sure. Does that make sense? So basically what I'm saying is when the power went out on this, it caused the piston to push up and then just stay in the upright position. I think it stayed locked upright. And then it stays locked upright. No. Is that how it works? This is Spring to Life Part 2. Yeah, genuinely, this should have been with Spring to Life, man. I feel like it's kind of crazy that we're getting two separate updates that are just a bunch of cosmetic upgrades to mobs. That should be one update. This shouldn't be two updates. That's a good point. Well, I don't know if you agree with me on the fact that this shouldn't be two updates, but it's a good point that this is Spring to Life Part 2. Is this Squid Games? No. Squid Game is Village Games is arguably harder to design than this is. I would say, at least. Because villagers don't act predictably like Redstone does. Redstone, I can like figure out like, okay, that's why it's not working. Villagers, it's just like, okay. They all died this time, but 10 minutes ago, they were working fine. Okay, so this is currently on, and this guy is about to end, or no, this is about to start brewing, I think. Oh, yeah, okay. So this block is here, and we're brewing our 9th batch of potion, and we got our items in here. And so basically what you can do now is I can I can take all of these items out of here. I can take all of these items out of here. And I can turn this off. But... And that's gonna... And now... If I theoretically put an item in here and then I take it out and then I put it in here, there should be one more extra layer of spam protection or of like general protection against a lot of things. Because now if you do that, it's not going to restart. It's not going to push this back early before it's ready. And what's going to happen is once it's ready, this is going to push back and it gets pushed back. And then the shulker box is done. That might work. That might work. I'm not sure. That might work though. IMO Frostburn was better than Spring to Life. What is Frostburn? Is that the update where they added polar bears like 10 years ago? I don't even... That's like such an old update. I don't know the Frostburn Minecraft. I don't know the updates, the update names. 1.10. Yeah, 2016. Oh, dang, it almost was 10 years ago. They added the skeleton and zombie variants and snowy and polar bears. Wow, Frostburn was not a large update. Oh wow, that's crazy. Magma or netherwart blocks existed before the nether update. I don't even know if I realized that. I feel like I only started seeing them once the nether update came out. I'm not giving you a shout out. I was gonna say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You can work for your success like the rest of us. Chat, you know what pissed me off this morning? My day didn't start on the right note because TikTok decided that one of my videos was unoriginal and it won't pay me for it. The video got like 1 million views. Every time that TikTok does this, it's always on a video that would make me like $100 or a couple $100. My video got 1 million views on TikTok and TikTok goes, it's unoriginal. And then I appealed it and I explained why it was not unoriginal and they denied my appeal and they said, no, it's still unoriginal. Dash, you took my video gang. Yeah, that's my B. I literally provided proof. I showed a picture of my editing timeline and it's still somehow unoriginal. So there are two things. One is TikTok now has like an American version, and I've heard a lot of people saying that since the American TikTok became a thing, a lot of shit has gone downhill. Like a lot of creators are just getting 0 views on their videos. I saw Jude Low was saying that his TikTok is now getting like 1,000 views per TikTok compared to, you know, his like million previously. And I've seen a few other creators talk about that. And one of my creator friends said that they also started getting flagged for being unoriginal as soon as America took over TikTok. So we'll see. I'm not sure if that's the case, but somebody else told me that it could be that so I post my YouTube shorts like shortly before, like 10 minutes before I post my TikToks. It could be that somebody in those 10 minutes is re-uploading my video to TikTok, and TikTok is based on who posts it first. So if TikTok thinks, oh, interesting, we switched to a different potion midway through. If TikTok thinks that that's a problem, or that I don't own the video, then it's gonna be a little stupid idiot, you know? Acting like America is original. True. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just people said it was probably just like bugs with how the American TikTok is set up. but it's really annoying because, like, dude, listen, it's only like $100. Like, it's not a huge deal to me. It's more the principle behind it. Like, God, I want to not post on Instagram. The only reason I do post reels on Instagram is because it's just like, it takes me like an extra 5 seconds and like I get followers and stuff. Maybe I'll get a brand deal one day, but Instagram to this day still does not pay creators for their reels. And it's so shitty of them. Meta is a shit company and I hate them. But it's just messed up in my opinion that they're still not paying creators. So it makes what I would love to do. I want to be Mr. Beast and just be like, all right guys, nobody post on TikTok until they fix, like, I wish I had the pull of Mr. Beast. I mean, be like, nobody's posting anything on Instagram until they pay us, and then just force their hand, you know? Do you not meet a payout requirement? They pay no one. Actually, I think they might pay some select creators, but it's not like YouTube. YouTube, it's like if you meet requirements, they'll pay you. Instagram, I think it's like if they choose to pay you, they'll pay you. Like some creators, they will like choose to pay them based off of unknown criteria. YouTube has like specific criteria. Instagram doesn't. TikTok is good. Well, TikTok is kind of bad sometimes, but TikTok generally is pretty solid and pays creators. Okay, so this is good. This is good. That's good. This is good. Let's start the machine and see how things go. Okay, we ran out of items. That's why this guy's brewing. Let's put one item in there. Oh, we also ran out of nether warts. So my idea, the way that I'm testing if this breaks at any point, is just put one singular item in every time and see. See if we have any issues. Why does it make so much sound? It makes a lot less sound. I just have the game. The speed of the game is turned up to about 10 times speed right now. It doesn't appear to be breaking. As soon as I see, okay, there is our gas tier. And so step 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. The counting doesn't even matter. Okay, so that's back on. It's interesting. I thought that the 9th brew is supposed to be on 9, but for some reason it's on 1 right now. I don't know if that's going to break anything. It probably will. The orange turned off. Oh, this is, and so this is gonna push back. So that's gonna push over. I see this guy is doing something. I don't know what though. Now this is saying it's out of materials. That's fine. Okay, so this is out of materials currently. And then if I add, what we want to check is if I add materials back in there while this is brewing, will it cause a double fire of materials? In theory, it shouldn't because there's no block here for it to actually fire on. We might be fine. It didn't double fire. It didn't double fire. So that may have fixed one problem. I have no idea, to be fair, if that fixed the problem that I encountered earlier, but that should have made it... I think that makes it so that you can't break the machine by inputting items at the wrong time. Which is good. That's very good. That's a very good thing. Because I didn't even really think about that, but it would be pretty stupid if putting items in at the wrong time causes the machine to send out a second set of items. Now it shouldn't do that. So that's great. That's a problem that didn't necessarily need to get fixed, but it doesn't hurt at all that it did get fixed. Although I should definitely tick. Let's go ahead and tick sprint again for like 100 days and just make sure everything's working fine. Okay, we're out of materials again. Let's tick sprint stop. And we're out of materials on the 7th, on 7. So we have a few brews in there. If I throw... We're out of these guys. If I throw just one in... That should make its way up to here in just a moment. And it gets caught there, which just slows it down and perfectly aligns it. And then it goes in here. And then that should send a signal here, which is going to push that if the block is there. If the block isn't there, then it does nothing. And the system resets somehow. How does the system reset? Because I thought this was this. Oh, it resets because of this. I'm being silly. Because this line gets powered on, which then resets from here. But when this line is off, like if you have, in the instance of I put 5 gas tiers in here, this line's going to turn off, and then this is, this is what will reset it. Wait, so do I even need this anymore? I don't know if I even need this anymore. Yes, I do. Because that resets it at any time. This resets it every time it finishes brewing. If I got rid of that, you wouldn't be able to reset it. If I got rid of that, I think you wouldn't be able to reset it if it was finished brewing. Yeah. If it was finished brewing without that, I think. Without that guy, if there was no brews in progress, like if I flipped this lever off, and I tick sprint, there are no brews in progress now, right? And so if I were to remove the items from here, now the way that it resets is via this. So like if I broke this, the way it's gonna reset is by, oh no, you know what? The way that this line is only for if the system has a full shulker box worth of items. If the system has a full shulker box worth of items and the system is out of a material, but the system is not brewing, that's how you reset the system. Can we get a tour of the current progress? It's going to be very hard to explain, but I can try. Basically, you have all your slices in here. You have your wall of items here. This displays what items you need to input into the system. And then the wiring is really complex and hard to explain, but the blue is just the display. That's easy. The green and yellow are encoder lines, and these encoder lines tell the system what items to put into the potion. These purple lines, the purple line and the orange line, both tell the machine if the machine is out of any resources to stop brewing because it's out of a resource. The white line goes up to here, which makes the sound. You can hear it. And the white line also resets the machine. The white line resets the machine when you restock, or this bottom white line okay, so the white line here resets, or not resets, it starts the machine again when you restock. The white line connecting to the brown line starts the machine again when you restock. This gray line, what it does, this gray line is very important. When a shulker box is full, you need to send the shulker box to its respective slice before you can start brewing the next shulker box. And the reason for that is because if let's say you want 10 shulker boxes of a potion, right? You want 10 shulker boxes of a potion, and you're on the 9th shulker box. When you get to the 9th, when the 10th shulker box goes in there, if you start brewing, okay, so when you're on the 9th shulker box, you finish the 10th shulker box, but it hasn't gotten here yet. If you start brewing immediately, it will start brewing an 11th shulker box. So what we have is we have this wire, this gray wire here, tells the machine when a shulker box enters the correct slice. And so basically, this pink line waits to start brewing the next shulker box until the shulker box that's in the water stream arrives at its slice. I hope that that all makes sense. This line, this slime block here, the black line is basically saying, is any slice selected? If there is no slice selected, then the whole machine just doesn't do anything. So in this instance, this slice is selected. So, and you can tell by this lamp, this slice is selected, so the whole machine will work. But if no slice is selected, then the machine won't do anything. I think that's most of the lines. Oh, this line here is a counter. This just counts how many cycles of brewing we've done. And the reason we do that is so that we can then pause every nine brews. It pauses to wait for the shulker box to get to its respective slice, like I explained earlier. Did I not explain any slices or any systems? Oh, this cyan line is controlling the shulker boxes. So basically if there are not enough shulker boxes in this hopper, it will send a signal to up to here to drop more shulker boxes into the system. And the reason we have that is because the storage for all of our thousands of shulker boxes that you can input into the system is up here. I kind of forget why I did that, but there is probably a good reason for it. I think it was to prevent you from overflowing the shulker boxes and having and them despawning. I can't really remember though. There is a good reason for it, but I designed this a while ago, so. Or I might have just stolen this part from Strom and there isn't any real rhyme or reason to it. I think that's most of everything. I hope you appreciate that, King Duck. It'd be funny if King Duck is like, sorry, I was in the bathroom. Can you repeat that? Because then I would not repeat that. Okay, so what brew are we on? We're on that one. So if I add a couple of nether warts into here, it should be fine. No offense, but it would be more viable and less laggy to just build a bunch of those 2-wide mini autobrewers. I don't disagree with you, but I do somewhat disagree with you. The reason that this design is really good is because those 2-wide tileable autobrewers, as soon as you run out of a material, they will start brewing the wrong potion. They also have the issue of, they also have a number of other issues. Building 21 of them, or building... Nah, you know what? If you're like me and you want every potion in the game, this is more viable. You would have to build like 100 of them or something to brew every potion in the game. Plus, they don't have like shulker box loaders built in. You can't program them with how many potions you want to be brewed. Like, there are a lot of... This is a smart auto brewer. Those 2-wide tileable ones are dumb auto brewers. And like, that's fine if that's your purpose, but like... Also, this is not like... This isn't like... This is the best auto brewer to build for your survival world in terms of viability. This is like, this is the best auto brewer to build in your survival world in terms of insane amounts of functionality. Hopefully, that's the goal. This will hopefully be like the most functional thing ever. And yeah, this will hopefully just be so obscenely functional and impossible to break that like it's perfect. It's just huge. I guess that makes it not perfect, but like, I don't care. My thinking, that's my thinking on it. I've built the 2-wide tileable auto brewers before, and they suck ass. I hate that they break and brew the wrong potions when they run out of materials. I hate that I have to go and put the materials in and like put them in the right spots. Like, this is big, but it's also convenient. Once you build it once, it's so easy to run, and it allows you to have infinite potions, or it allows you to have a programmable amount of potions at any time that you want, because you just leave. If I wanted to have 10 shulker boxes of these potions, I can take them out, leave the area, go build, and in like a couple hours of brewing, the 10 shulker boxes will have restocked themselves without me being in the area, without me doing anything. Until you die and all your pearls despawn. That's actually a good point. Maybe I should switch back to nether portal chunk loaders, because the pearls despawning, well, if you die, the actual process of resetting this machine is really easy, as I talked about before. It's like a 2-minute process to reset the machine. So like, if it would be annoying, the more annoying part would be putting all the ender pearls in the chunk loaders. Like, there are so many chunk loaders that would be the more annoying part than anything. Okay, it did restart itself. Good. We're out of gas tiers. What's up, Eric? How's it going? That is a good point, though, King Duck. But I think the reason I didn't do Ender Pearl chunk loaders is because basically, the reason I didn't do Nether Portal chunk loaders is because in order to do Nether Portal chunk loaders, you need to build them in every chunk. You need to do one of two things. When you start the machine, you need to have your sim distance set to, I don't know, like 20 chunks or something at least, or else not all of the chunk loaders will start up initially, or to counteract that, you need to have chunk loaders and nether portal chunk loaders in every chunk, which isn't possible. So those are basically the two options. Maybe it would be more convenient to just put a sign here that says like turn sim distance to 32 chunks before starting, but I don't know. I kind of didn't love that idea. Once you get to a certain point in your world, you want luxurious things, and this is an example of that. Yeah, exactly. I'm at a point in my world where this would be not that difficult to build. It's not that expensive for me, and it would be awesome. Don't nether portal chunk loaders cover a big area? Not exactly. 1 second, guys. Okay, so nether portal chunk loaders do cover a 3x3 area. The problem is that nether portal chunk loaders use entities, right? And so if you have a nether portal chunk loader right here, right, in this chunk, and then you skip this chunk, right, you skip this chunk and you put the next nether portal chunk loader here, the problem is that these two chunks are entity ticking, but this chunk with the next nether portal isn't entity ticking. If your sim distance is way up, that doesn't matter. But if your sim distance is at like 5 chunks, like I keep my sim distance usually at about 10 chunks. So if I'm standing here when I start the farm, this chunk loader and this chunk loader, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of these chunk loaders would start, right? This chunk loader would then and so let's say there's a chunk loader here. This one, there wouldn't be a chunk loader. Then chunk loader here, right? But this one wouldn't start because minecarts are entities and it wouldn't start. So you need to either have your sim distance really high, or you need to put a chunk loader in every chunk so that each chunk loader can load the entities of other chunk loaders. And the problem is when you go into the nether and try to build it, when you try to build chunk loaders that close to each other, you just can't do it in the nether. Pearls are entities too. Yeah, but pearls stay loaded. That's the thing. Ender pearls stay loaded all the time. So I tried to make your 225 gold farm, and the server that I play on had custom generation and the roof was higher. I only had 64 blocks high to make the farm. Do you have any other one? No, I'm sorry. I don't have a solution for that. Did it break? It might have broken. Why'd it break? Ball sack. Why did it break? What happened this time? How did it make a thick potion? How do you even make a thick potion? Do you know of any other farms I could use? That work in a weird generation world? Not really. I don't know, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. How the hell did it make a thick potion? You know, we're just gonna see if we can replicate that issue. We're gonna take the items out of here. We're gonna take the items out of here. Oh, it made awkward potions too. That's interesting. Thick potion is just glowstone dust. Okay, thank you. So how did it get the glowstone dust in there first? It's trying to brew regen 2. It got awkward potion and then thick potion. So presumably the nether wart was not in there. That would be my assumption. Right? Because it should be, well, no, but it should have been gas tier. It should be netherwort, gas tier, and then glowstone, and then gunpowder is the recipe. So somehow we got somehow we got just netherwort to brew, and then we got just glowstone to brew. That's so interesting. Oh, I didn't turn the system off. Okay, that's still correct. Intriguing. If we turn this on, it's not going to start brewing anything. Okay, good. If I add a nether wart into there, it should Brew a regen potion. Regen 2. Perfect. If I throw a couple of nether warts in there. We got more regen 2. That's perfect. And now we're good. How's my FPS? It's at 144. I cap it at 144 because there's not really any reason not to, or to have it higher. We got awkward potion. Could that be caused by maybe like 2 ingredients going out of stock at the same time, or like one back to back or something? So this has nothing, and then this one has gas tiers. I don't see why having two ingredients go missing at the same time would make a difference. But maybe it could. If I put one ingredient back, will that be the problem? I don't know why that would be the problem. Like, this one should turn off in a second, but the other ones should still stay on. Yeah. And the same thing is the opposite way. If we then insert a block into here, this is still on. I tried adding all the stuff that used to be there and it didn't look the same at all. Oh, I wish there was a mod to revert F3 to pre 1.21.9. Interesting. I don't know if I noticed a difference, to be fair. I used better F3 and I think I was able to get the menu to be exactly the same as I like it. How did we get... we got thick potions again. But how? But how? Replay isn't even helpful in this situation, because I can't actually look at that. How did we get thick potions? Is this the God Brewer? Yeah, if I can get it to not brew thick potions. Okay, so current issue is it's brewing thick potions. That's the problem we're trying to solve. Why is it brewing thick potions is beyond me. That's a regular potion. We got another regular potion. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. I'm thinking maybe on the last brew it messes up somehow. How much longer are you gonna stream? I'm going to stream for another like few minutes. I'm gonna be ending very soon. How am I flying through walls? That's a carpet creative no clip. W carpet mod. Common carpet mod W. Okay, last one. Let's tick rate 20. Axiom better? Nah, Axiom is not better than Carpet Mod. I'm sorry. Carpet Mod is so good. Carpet Mod's so useful. And Carpet Mod is like paved the way for so many other mods. So many mods wouldn't exist if it weren't for Carpet Mod. Carpet Mod's also been around for years. Why does my man need an auto brewer for a single player world? I don't know, man. Having potions is nice. When's Villager Squid Game? I have no idea. I'm impatient. We're gonna do 40. How did a what? But how? How? How did a how? How did a glowstone get there before the other ones? God damn it! I have to end the stream too. I can't find out today. How did a glowstone get there before the other ones did? How? How is that possible? And there's another glowstone. How is it? How? On the 9th or on the first brew of the shulker box, somehow on the first brew, somehow the items are just not getting sent, which I don't understand why they're not getting sent. Oh, I gotta end the stream. Yeah, that's a problem for a different day. Damn it. I want to know now. All right, well, Let me get a little book. Thank you guys for being here with me on the first brew of the Shulker box glowstone. Oh brother. See you later, King Duck. See you guys all later. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably. Peace out, everyone. Bye, guys. See you guys. Peace out. Goodbye. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys.